remember, respect the pump, but be ready for the pullback because the pullback might come. So I will wait a few more hours and then I'll see. I will tell you my levels for the pullback. But today we are going to enjoy this pump and we are going to try to find some entries on the 5-minute chart and try to scalp the market. That's my goal today. That's what I've been doing in my channels, the Portuguese Banter channel and 𝗙𝗘𝗔𝗘𝗏. And today I'll try to do it here if the market allows us, of course. And again, if you want me to chart your coin, your holding, your favorite pair, just let me know in the chat. I'll be here for you and trying to do it, of course. But now let's go to the charts and see what the crypto gods have been showing us today and doing us today. Bitcoin just hit 78K. If you follow me, you should not be surprised about this. But let's look at this marvelous chart that we have here. So 78K, I think it tried to touch 80K. It hasn't touched yet. Again, I'm not short yet. Just for you to be aware of that. I'm still not shorting the market. I don't think it's the time to look for shorts yet. I will wait a bit more for my levels. I've been trying to wait for a level that will give me confidence to short, but right now it doesn't seem that bad. Okay, it doesn't seem that bad, but I would still be a little bit careful. Okay, just my opinion, of course, and I'm not shorting this mark. Although I'm waiting for a pullback, that doesn't mean I'm going to short the market. There's a big difference here. Okay, so moving forward, and I want to get an entry on the market. If the market allows it to have an entry, I hope it does. I really want to get as an entry so that we can scalp. So for Bitcoin right now, I was checking the chart before coming live, and I will wait for the pullback around this, and I think we might get it during this show. And let me see. I want it lower. So let me see if we can get to a level that I will feel confident that we can look for a scalp. Yeah, so between 76,400 more or less, and I would say 76, this here, 76,152. Remember, these are 5-minute scalps. These are not swing trades. You should not try to swing this. And I have a different style of trading because you don't know me. I use invalidations with candle close. Okay, so what I usually do, for example, I'm looking for a scalp here, and this is not the entry. This is the plan. These levels here are the entry. And what I do usually, it's like this. And you like the target for this one. I was checking the chart right before starting the stream, so I could bring you this. So what I do when I'm scalping, this is a 5-minute close for invalidation. If a 5-minute candle close below 74,359, or maybe a bit lower because we have this week here, 74,250, then the trade is invalidated. You need to be ready for this to happen, of course. And this, when you go here, you'll understand why I'm pulling this. And the target, if I can get to my long here, give me just a second. Yeah, we can do it here. Let's see if I can. Yeah, kind of. But the target is higher. So it's not 79. It will be higher than that. The target will be this resistance here around 81.5. So again, there's no guarantee that this will happen. We are scalping. This is not a swing trade. This is not the 4-hour chart. But this is what I'm looking right now for Bitcoin to do. Okay, so just a recap. I'll set an alert here, and if it comes down here, we will look for a trade. So I'm looking for a drop from 78 to 76,500, 76,150, round numbers, and then I will enter along here if I have confirmation. I will wait for a confirmation. Okay, that's why I'm here live with you. And a 5-minute candle below 74,250 will invalidate this trade, and the final boss, the full TP, will be 81,600. 81,600. This is where I'm looking right now for Bitcoin to touch, and let me just see what you're asking. You always want gold. I don't like to trade gold, but yeah, if you want to, of course. If you want gold, let's trade gold. So you want gold, someone is asking for ADA. Is ADA pumping? I haven't checked yet. I hope it is. And what is the other one? It's gold. Okay. Let's go here. I'm just taking so I don't forget that I need to chart those. And if you have more requests, just leave it there. INA. Okay. It's INA, right? INA. We'll look for that, okay? But right now, this is what I'm looking for, Bitcoin. And this is what I wanted to touch here. I think it will be healthy to have a pullback. We have been going, I don't know if this is the banana zone, but the charts or the movement, it's being bananas. So let's see. Guys, do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I'll be here during the week trying to scalp the market, if the market allows it, of course. Because when we have movements like this, it's really hard to try to get a scalp. So that's what I'm trying. And these are my previous analysis that I've done. Let me just hide this so we don't get confused here. So it's easier for us to chart this. And by the way, in case you don't know, when I'm live trading, you can see my heart rate on the top right of the screen. And you can see if I'm excited, if I'm not excited. And I have a few more surprises for you. Those that trade with me already know what I usually do. So I need to hide this long. Not this one. Where is this long? It's this one. Okay. So now we can check Ethereum. XRP keeps, yeah, XRP. But I warned about XRP. Those that follow me knows that. I said, look, once XRP sweeps below $1, it might fly. The Phoenix might rise again. So yeah, and it's no surprise that the XRP, let me check Ethereum here. It's no surprise that XRP is flying. We'll go there in a moment, and I will explain why it's flying. Okay, but first I want to see some likes. I want to know where you are watching, which pairs do you want. Let me know. I would love to know. I love to know where people are watching. So because this channel is worldwide, and I always like to know from where you are watching. Now, let's look at Ethereum here. I have to be honest with you, for a scalp trade on Ethereum, I don't see anything here that we can do. Honestly, I think it's risky to try to short here. I'm still expecting Ethereum to hit 3K. Okay, so that's what I'm expecting. But what we can do here, it's to wait for a pullback to these levels here on Ethereum. And this is when we plan the trade. Okay, we plan an entry, we wait for the pullback to come, and then when it hits, we decide if we should trade it or not. So let me go here. Let me go to the 5-minute chart and see if we can get an entry here. So if I wanted to long Ethereum on a scalp trade, I would look for something like this. So this is the area where I'll be interested, another retest of this support, and then we could see if we can get an entry. What I'm going to do now is set an alert. I'm not going to plan the entry here plan the trade, sorry, because I want to see what Ethereum will do. So when we have a yellow box, in case you don't know how I do it, yellow is for monitoring, green is because I believe the trade will play out. Let's see, Bitcoin needs to drop to our level. I'm waiting for a pullback on Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin really needs to pull back, and let's see. So let me add also some music. As a crypto guy, I love one music that is called Still Broke. And we can see here. And also, if I'm undecided with the trade, you choose if you should go long, short. That will be up to you, okay? Now, let's look at XRP. Let's look at XRP and if we get something here. Because XRP, look at this. This is an awesome move. And last week, I need to show you this. Because last week I shared this in this channel here. Let me see if I can find them. Not this one. I think it was here. Let me see. Yeah, last week I told you this will be the entry for XRP, not this one, and I think it's this. No, sorry, I'm trying to hide. Yeah, but it's okay. So last week I told you guys, if you want to long XRP, you can long it on these levels. I was already long, and I said you have more opportunity to long. This was last week. If you were here last week, you remember this. And look what happened. We never invalidated. There was never a 4-hour close below our invalidation. That was 98.5, more or less, round numbers. And then it just went bananas. I even bought a bigger screen so I can show you the green candles of this move. So look at this, 142. This was last week here. Okay, so this was a nice move. Now, for a scalp here, there's nothing. Okay, really, literally nothing. XRP is overextended. It's at the premium zone. I will not short because it's with a lot of strength. And I don't see a long here, honestly, because when you go to the daily chart, look at this. Look how this will pull back. Okay, this move will 100% pull back. I think Bitcoin is trying to go to our area. This will 100% pull back. Okay, so I will wait a few more hours, let XRP go, take a breathe, relax. And it's no surprise that XRP is pumping. Okay, and because there are now the hope that the Clarity Act will advance, and it's one of the most tokens that will benefit more from the Clarity Act. So that's why it's pumping. I don't know if something changed on the Clarity Act. I had a suspicion that August will be a month they will be negotiating the Clarity Act while there was the recess. So let's see. But you cannot scalp this. It's really hard to scalp this, honestly. Okay, and I want you to make money. I don't want you to lose money. So I'll look only those that we might have a trade. And sometimes we need to know when not to trade. It's harder to know when not to trade than when to trade. Rand called this, right? I think Rand called this pump on INA, if I'm not mistaken. I think they did on the show with 𝗙𝗘𝗧𝗨𝗥𝗘𝗗. Now, we might have something here. Let me check. Yeah, I think we have something here. So what I will look now here, it's almost at the entry that I want to. Sorry. But I think it should come lower. Lower. So 1362 and this support here. 13243. This could be our long area. Okay, so let's change it to green. And if it gets there, I'm going to set an alert here. If it gets there, I'm going to look for this. This is the trade I'm going to take. And remember, guys, we are scalping. You need to be ready to get a stop loss. I'm no magician, but so the invalidation will be a 5-minute close below this low here. 5-minute close. So 12,779, and we can target the high, even higher, to be honest. Let me check here. Yeah, we can target higher. We can try to go for this resistance here. Let me just mark it. We think we can go higher. Yeah, to this resistance here. So look how I have to go so back on the charts, so we can see where to go. So this is a free risk reward. So it's a nice trade if you can get it. So another thing, even if I end the show, even if I end the show, these trades are valid for free, usually free 15 minutes candle close, so 45 minutes, okay? If they don't hit after 45 minutes, you need to wait for confirmation if it goes there, okay? I might end the show, then the alerts might start ringing, etc. And I will not be live, but just be ready for that. That after 45 minutes, then all this should be redone because we are scalping, right? So you want hype, of course you want hype. This is hype, and let's see what we can do here. Look at this front run. I didn't got this trade. I was waiting for a pullback, but the pullback never came. It's losing some strength. It might pull back, but this one, the market is not giving us entries right now, hey? It's really hard to. Let me see Sol. Someone wants Sol. Let me just have it here. After this one, I'm going to Xiao, and you want Injective, right? As to more, which one? I need more likes. The Mallorca. I love it. Let's see. Guys, I needed to press the like button. So let's see what we can do here on hype. Maybe, yeah, we can get something here. Maybe we can get an entry, right? Let's see. You know, remember also that today is Friday, so the war is closed during the weekdays, but it's open on weekends. So just be ready for that. Let me see, what can we do here? Let me see. If we can go here, will not go wrong here. With this support here. I think so. So 73,066. These are the round numbers, okay? Do not take them. It's easier for me to give these round numbers than. And 72,708. And this will be the trade. What's hype all-time high? Can anyone tell me on the chat? Yeah, we need to pull this here. I don't want to get front run while I'm trying to scalp the market. I think this is safe here. Yeah, this is safe here. A 5-minute close below 71,892. And we can look for the high here. I think it's safe to look for this high. The most safe bet. Risk reward free, so a lot of people asking to check CRV. Does anyone hold CRV? Now let's go. This is what I'm planning just as a recap for Hyperliquid, for hype. Between 73,095 and 72,699. That's the entry area. The 5-minute close below 7190, let's say like this, invalidates this trade, and the final boss, the full TP, will be around 76. And let me just set an alert here. You want Xiao, eh? What's my leverage? Usually I'll go with 10x. I don't do more than 10x, but sometimes you in the chat want me to go 200x, and when you decide, I go 200x. But usually it's 10x. Let me just hide this so we can look at this. You want to scalp gold? We can try to scalp gold, but let's see if we can scalp gold here. I don't like to trade gold, but if you want to, I can charge it. I'm more of a silver guy. We can try here. Let's do this. Yeah, we can try to do this here. Really low, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm seeing it, yeah, you need to go here. Below here. Then give it a little bit more room. And we are okay. And so gold for a scalp could be between 4,080 and 4,074. 75 and our long entry. Let me see where I can set the invalidation for this. Because it's gold, right? It doesn't have the same volatility as crypto. Yeah, you can set it here. Just right above this cluster here, the 4,568. Yeah, 5-minute close below this level invalidates this trade completely. Remember, this is a scalp, it's not a swing. Might work out well, might not work out well. So, and we can target the high here. That's not a bad one. Let me see how Bitcoin is. I hope we can get a pullback while we are here. Okay, now guys, one thing, if you are trading, you need to go here, sign up on B2Nix, grab your VIP free. You save a lot of money in fees, like thousands of dollars, and grab the bonus and you can trade with me. Okay, B2Nix, VIP free, and $400 bonus, and you'll save a lot of money on fees, believe me. And they have everything for TradeFi, commodities, etc. Which was the other one? This is not a coin, right? This is gold. This is not a coin. And what was the other one that you were asking? Let me check. So now we go to Injective, eh? Is Injective still a thing? Maybe it is. Maybe it is something. This is an easy one to find an entry. Yeah, we can wait for... You see this support here, probably it's going to visit there again. So we can look for an entry right at the support, and then on the bottom of this week here. 𝗙𝗏𝗏 will destroy a few accounts this week. Yeah, you need to learn. Look, you are always learn. Sometimes you pay a lesson. Sometimes you profit, and other times you pay the lesson. So for Injective, I will wait for $4.85 and $4.83 and set an alert here. I hope we can get some trades while we are here. Okay? We need the pullback. You guys need to sell some Injective so you can get the entry. So we are going to set the stop loss or the 5-minute close invalidation below this low here. Here. Yeah, I think this is safe here. And sorry, 5-minute close. Here, and then we will target the high. But guys, that's one thing. Remember, this here, it's the final boss of the trade. Okay, it's not you should not get here with a full position. Okay, if we get filled, you take profits on the first resistance, which will be around 490 for, yeah, you can try to take it at this high, but this is your first TP, and this will be your final boss, your second TP, okay? just so that we are clear about that one. Next one was Sol, right? We did an amazing trade on Sol. It was shared on this channel. I want to share this with you. This was shared here. Look. If you follow me and you remember, I shared this here. Look at this, full TP. And it's still going. It's not giving me an entry. But this was also shared here. So I hope some of you caught this. Sorry. I really hope so. Now let's look at Sol. Italy. Come stai? I've studied in Italy, in Torino, for a year. So, but this is the most Italian I can speak. That and Prego. I think Solana is going to this cluster here. When you are scalping, you look for the cluster is more close to the price, and usually that's your entry. Price usually goes there and rebounds. So yeah, I think we can definitely here. Let me go to the 5-minute chart. See if we can get a better entry. $19.41 and yeah, this 1903. It's this green week here. And let's see if we can get some entries. We need a pullback. VVV, Convex. We'll check all of that. Do not worry. We still have time. I'm just afraid that we don't get the pullback on time. But if I don't get the pullback on time, we have the plan. Just wait for it to go there. And remember, after 45 minutes, you should do your analysis. Let's say like this. Now this, we need to come a bit lower. So the invalidation will be a 5-minute close below 89.54. And I want to get a trade here. Even if I need to go degen, I will open a trade today. And we'll go for the high. Okay? It's a 4 risk reward. So it's not a bad one. So Dimitri is asking for Convex and VVV. Just take note. And VVV. Let's see. Okay. Now which one? You asked for CRV, right? One of the most bullish DeFi tokens out there. CRV has been a hard one to get. My spot is happy, but I've not been able. The only time that I got an entry, well, I don't like this. The only time that I got an entry on CRV, I closed it too early. This is going to correct. I think this is going to correct. I don't know if you like to watch The Simpsons, right? But this kind of looks like Bart's Air on the lower time frame. You can do two things here. Honestly, you can wait for it to come higher, around 32 cents. This week top of, let me just show you. This week's here. You can look for this and you can short it here. Let's say, I'm not saying you should, I'm saying you could short it here, but let me do it like this. You can monitor a short here. It depends. It depends of how powerful the move is when it's getting here. But we are seeing that we have a lot of resistance here. Yeah. This probably is going to pull back 28 cents. But you can look for a short here, or you want to try it. And I think this is a very risky one. So, because it's the one that happens first, right? I think you can look for this. And yeah, this is easy. You can easily look for this. I need to zoom in. So I need to go to the 5-minute chart. Yeah. So go high. It's here. A bit higher. I'm seeing it well. Yeah. Yeah, it's this one. So you have both scenarios here. You can see you are not going to scalp this range, okay? You are not going to scalp this range because there's no risk reward here. Zero risk reward. We don't scalp this range. But what we can do is like here you look for short. So this is a short monitor area. And this below, it's the long monitor area. Now, be careful here because when you go to the 4-hour chart, you can see how stretched CRV is, and it should pull back. Okay, so be careful longing at these levels here, but also CRV is showing a lot of strength, so you need to be careful with the short here also. So this is why you set the monitor area and you go here and you decide if you should short along this. Okay, if I'm live, of course I'll make the decision, but I don't think the market wants to. Look at this. The market doesn't want to pull back. There's no pullback here. It's been really hard to do this. So which was the other ones? VVV and Convex. Let's check VVV. Let me check the 4-hour chart. This was another here that someone asked me for VVV here. Look at this trade. Look at this one. This was shared on this channel. So see. I want to see one thing. To go to the 1 hour. Yeah. We might have a strong support here. So I need to mark it here. Sorry guys, I need to really look how long we haven't been at these prices that I need to go so back in the chart. So I would say it will be right here. Okay. Right here. So this is our long area if we get there, okay? So I'm just going to mark it here. And I want to take this trade. Go here. So the plan for this one, and again, I need to go back. Actually, nah, it's okay. We can set an invalidation here. Just slightly below this low here, the beginning of this week, that will be our invalidation if we get a pullback. Someone is buying a lot of Bitcoin. And then, so just a recap. Entry area, let's select this 1540 and 1529. Okay, invalidation, a 5-minute close below 1517, 1580. 18, sorry, and we target the high. The market right now, it's not really hard to find entries and invalidations and TPs. The problem is getting actually filled because the market is really bullish. There's a lot of strength. That's why I'm not recommending shorting right now, because I think there's a lot of risk here shorting the market. But that's just me, okay? I think there's a H-bar, right? There's a lot of risk trying to short the market right now. So that's why I'm saying, look, do not short this and be careful with the market right now. It's better to wait for a long and not get filled. then shorting strength and getting a stop loss. Now let's see Convex. Let me just give you an example of this. I have this here for a long time. I would say I have this here for almost a month. That if Bitcoin reaches this area, I would short Bitcoin. But look what I did. Short area, wait for confirmation. Did we get our confirmation? We didn't. If I had shorted this, I'll be wrecked. Look at this. I would be completely wrecked. So that's why we need to be careful. Do not try to short the market. Never go against the trend, even if you are just scalping. Hey? Never go against the trend. You need to follow the trend. And if the trend is higher, you will look for longs, not for shorts. Usually what happens that you see an impulsive move and then you decide to try to take a short because you think it's going to retrace and the move just keeps going. That's what it is. Convex. Let me hide this. Usually I love Convex to scalp. I really like Convex. I think it's a great token to scalp. It has a lot of volatility for both sides. I already checked all. So let me see. I don't want to get front run on this one, right? But I need to be smart here. Yeah, this area here. So for Convex, this is where I would long, okay? So I'm not going to long this support here because I don't believe it's going to hold. Yeah, I think it's going to drop. It needs to drop more. So I'll prefer to set a scalp on this support here, 177, 176, round numbers, of course. And this is my plan. Again, guys, if this starts to get filled after I end the stream, do your own analysis, please, okay? Because something might have happened, Trump might have tweeted, or I don't know, something like that. And remember, these are scalps. We set the invalidation below this low here. I'm not saying they will be invalidated after I end the stream. I'm just saying they need a reanalysis. Okay? And again, we are going for the high. This will be such an awesome trade. We need the market gods with us. This will be such an awesome trade here. If we can get this, it will be such a good one. Now, H bar. I have H bar here. I'm a big H bar guy. Let's see. I don't see it here, honestly. I will explain you why. H bar is now facing a big resistance where it rejected in the past. And it's trying to break the resistance here. I don't think it's smart to short. Honestly, I don't think it's smart to short this. But if it rejects, it could pull. I know H bar. I know when it rejects, it pullbacks big time. Like big time. And that's why it's so hard to get to scalp H bar when it's at the resistance here. Look at this rejection here. It was a big one, but it's still trying to break resistance. Again, it's one of the coins that will benefit from the Clarity Act. You can try, but know the risk that you are taking. I'm not going to plan a trade here, but set an alert to 7586 And if it set an alert to 7586, where was I? Around here. It's here. I see it. Yeah, set an alert here. 7550. And if it goes there, check the strength. Wait for confirmation before longing. Okay. And I cannot see anything here that you could trade right now. But yeah, I still think this is possible here. I still believe that this one is possible here. Do we have more requests? Ondo. Let's check Ondo. Already, I think I've already seen 𝗏𝗏, haven't I? Did I forgot about 𝗏𝗏? Did I forgot about 𝗏𝗏? Maybe I did. Maybe I forgot about 𝗏𝗏, eh? I think I forgot about 𝗏𝗏. Let me leave it here so I don't forget it. Pump arrow. Ondo. Guys. It's pump, right? That you want. Pump has been pushing hard also, I think so. Now let's check if we can do something on 𝗏𝗏. I think I had a long here. See, I had a long here. Let me just hide this one. This was here also. This was shared here. Look at this, full TP. I know it was here because you are only here. People ask me for 𝗏𝗏, I think so. But I shared this here. Look at this. It went to our buy area and it went up. Now, look at what I had already charted here. Monitor for a short here on 𝗏𝗏, eh? Yeah, can we reach at least 400 likes? Come on, guys. I'm taking your requests today, trying to scalp them. And look at this. It's almost on our short area. This is an analysis I did on my community. So be careful with 𝗏𝗏 here. I know the market is showing strength, but 𝗏𝗏 is 𝗏𝗏. It's not, it's like it has its own market, right? Okay, so let me see if we can do something here. I'm going to set an alert here. I think we might have something here for a short. Let's see. Like I said, the market is going to pull back, eh? So be ready for the pullback. You need to be ready for the pullback. I didn't know I didn't have at least 100 likes. And I'm here taking your request and I can get 100 likes. Let's see what we can do here. Let's just hide this. See if we can do something here. I don't like 𝗏𝗏 here, to be honest. And it's on a short area, right? So if you are feeling degen, and that's a big feeling, you can try to wait for an entry around these levels. 𝗎𝗏𝗏𝗀 and all the way down here, honestly, 2076. You can wait for this week to be filled and then it could go higher. Yeah, we could. This is something you can try to, but be ready that this pullback might take a while, eh? need to set your invalidation below these lows here. So 5-minute close. Here. And then you can target a high, or let me see. We can go for this resistance here. And we can go for this resistance here, 100%. So that will be around 22 cents. It's not a bad trade. It's actually a very good trade. If it goes there, but look at Bitcoin, doesn't want to pull back. We had a nasty rejection here, nasty one. But let's see. I already did Bitcoin, it's here. I'm waiting for this entry for Bitcoin. I'm waiting here. I'm waiting for Bitcoin here. On a higher time frame, I already did my analysis. You can go to the description here. You will find my English channel. I have 𝗕𝗿𝗄𝗏 Portugal. It's a Portuguese one. Then you have the English one. And I do daily updates on my channel, as you can see here. And look at this. 4 days ago, loading up. 65, 67, 73, 78, and 78 loading, right? Just follow me. I do these daily updates on the channel. But just one thing. All right, in is going. Do we have a trade here? Let's go. We lost the entry. Shit. We should have set a limit order. Did anyone caught this one? Damn, it went there and just bounced. Let's see if we can go there again, so we can open the trade. Don't believe it. Shit, this was a fast reaction. Let's see if it goes there again, so we can open the trade. Just wait, hey? Do not open the trade now. Do not open the trade now, okay? Wait for it, so at least, okay, let's see if we can do it so I can open the trade. I'm going to set my BTNX ready. Let's see if we can get this one here. Damn it. Fuck. It went there. To our buy zone, it's not reacting. It was too fast for us. Shit. Let me see if we can get it. See how is it. We might have a chance to catch it. Damn, I really wanted to trade this one. See, you just have to wait for the market to come to you. In this case, we lost it because we didn't set a limit order. But yeah, it was too fast. The market is pulling back a bit now. Let's see if we can get filled on other ones. This one is still not. I'm still lower. Trade is here. H bar didn't have a trade. We haven't checked XLM yet, I think so, right? We can get something on XLM. How many likes do I have? Do I have 100 likes already or not? Let's see what XLM will do here. We might have a good entry here. Or on this week here for our chart. XLM, you cannot see it. You cannot see you cannot see the ticker. It's here, it's XLM. And you can see it here also. Yeah. I'm not in front of the ticker, right? So let's wait a bit more to see what. I think it really should have long this. Even if it was just a quick scalp. Let me check how it's progressing. If we went to our yeah, see, this is what I call a front run. That's what it is, guys. It happens. It probably is going to. This kind of looks like a bit bull flaggy, so probably is going to go higher. The analysis was right. It was just too quick for us to get in. Bad Hannah, really bad Hannah. It happens. You need to be ready for this. Ondo, I know, Ondo. I'm trying not to forget, okay? Let me just see if I can get something here on XLM. You can try to long this. This one is very risky. Like, risky. But I'm going to try it. I don't care. Just a small position just to test the market. Be aware that probably I'm going to get stopped on this one, but I'm going to test the market here. Nothing crazy, just a small position. Let's go. So I will adjust the price in a minute. My invalidation will be, this one is easy, eh? Right here. Now I don't need that. We just need a 5-minute close below this one. I think we were a bit early, but that's okay. I don't care. We're just testing. I just want to open a trade while I'm here, and we'll target this here. So again, probably I'm going to get stopped, but I'm just trading. I just wanted to open the trade while I'm here. So yeah, I think this should be okay. Let me just adjust to my entry. I don't know which one it is. Like 1940. Okay, at 41.40. So it should be like this. Maybe it was too soon, but I wanted to open a trade. So I could not do a show here and not open a trade. So I just did it. Now Ondo, right? And again, what I usually do in case it starts to go sideways, I set an alert at the middle of my invalidation, and then I'll see what's happening there and what I will do there. Now Ondo. So if I get an alert that it's on the middle of my invalidation, I'll decide if I'll keep it or not. And when I did something like this, it was just more a feeling than anything else. For Ondo, I will wait for a sweep on these levels here. But this is just me, eh? I would wait for a sweep here. And then I'll try to long it. Okay. Again, sweep, long, easy peasy. That's what I would wait here. A sweep on these levels here, set an alert, and then you can look for a long here. Okay, just my opinion. Let's see how XLM is going. It's trying to, right? Not bad. It's something. We tried to at least open a trade after being almost 45 minutes here. Almost an hour. So I'm going to keep this one. If you want to, this was a risky trade, of course, like I told you. Set your stop loss to break even and you will not lose money, only pay the fees. But if you have VIP3 on B2Nix, that are peanuts. It's nothing. So guys, I have to wrap it up here. I really need to because the time because of the time that I'm here. Remember, I'll be live trading today, again, exactly what I did today on my channel, 𝗕𝗿𝗀𝗘𝗗 by Pedro Silva. I'll be live trading today, I'll be live streaming, and also I'll be telling you what are my levels for the pullback, which levels I want to see broken, and where I think we can long Bitcoin again for the next leg up. That I do believe it's coming, okay? That I do believe it's coming. So go here, go to my channel, 𝗕𝗿𝗀𝗘𝗗 by Pedro Silva, and today, and XLM is going, it's not a bad trade. It's going. So let it go. Let's see what happens. But I think you didn't saw it. Did you? Let me see. Yeah, XLM is trying to go. And so, again, follow me on 𝗕𝗿𝗀𝗘𝗗 by Pedro Silva. I'll be live trading this afternoon. I'll be telling you my levels for the pullback that I think is going to happen, that I think is healthy for it to happen. And I thank you for being here. And I'll be back tomorrow morning for our weekend trades as usual. Remember, bring me your pair. Tell me what you want me to chart. Tell me at the beginning of the live stream, and I can guarantee I will to your coin. If you start standing at the middle of the stream, I will run out of time and I cannot do it. Okay? You are awesome. Thank you for being here. Subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, and I want to see you this afternoon on 𝗕𝗿𝗀𝗘𝗗. Thank you.